Hayes can't control his body. That's what Sergeant Rodriguez said, staring at Corporal Marcus Hayes like he was watching a malfunctioning machine. February 2017, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Corporal Marcus Hayes, 24 years old, Army Ranger, 3 years of service, and Tourette syndrome. Every 30 seconds, his body betrayed him. His head jerked to the left, his shoulder twitched, his throat cleared involuntarily, and sometimes out of nowhere a vocal tic escaped. Yep, the platoon watched him during briefings, during formations, during training, watching, waiting for the next tic, and mocking him for it. Hayes the Twitchy, seizure boy, the human liability. For 3 years, they doubted him, mocked him, told him he'd get everyone killed because he couldn't control his own body. But for 3 years in combat, Marcus Hayes never ticked. Not once. Because combat did something impossible, something medical science barely understood. It made his Tourette's disappear completely. In the chaos of firefights, in the intensity of missions, in the stress that would break most soldiers, Marcus's tics vanished like they'd never existed. And he killed 67 ISIS fighters without a single twitch. This is the story of Corporal Marcus Hayes, the soldier they called Twitchy, the soldier who proved that his disability was actually a combat superpower, the soldier who went 12 hours without a single tic during the most silent mission in modern warfare. Because when most soldiers shake under pressure, Marcus Hayes became perfectly still. Marcus sat in the neurologist's office. His head had just jerked to the left. Again, the 5th time in 2 minutes. Marcus, you have Tourette syndrome. Moderate severity, both motor and vocal tics. Motor tics, head jerking, shoulder shrugging, eye blinking, uncontrollable. Vocal tics, throat clearing. The word yep at random times. Involuntary sounds. Every 30 to 60 seconds. All day, every day, for the rest of his life. Can you stop them? Marcus asked, his shoulder twitching as he spoke. No, you can suppress them temporarily, but that causes anxiety. They always come back. What about stress? Does stress make them worse? For most people, yes. Stress, anxiety, lack of sleep, these all increase tic frequency. Marcus nodded. His throat cleared involuntarily. Yep, he said, though he hadn't meant to. He was in the Army. He joined at 18, 3 years in. He loved it. But now, with Tourette's, can I still serve? He asked. That's between you and the Army. But combat stress. Marcus, it might make your tics much worse. The Army Medical Board reviewed Marcus's case. Corporal Hayes, Tourette syndrome, moderate severity, tics every 30 to 60 seconds. You understand this is problematic for infantry, yes? Marcus's head jerked. Yes, sir, but I can manage it. Manage it how? You can't control when you tic. In combat during an ambush, if you make noise or movement, you could compromise the entire unit's position. Sir, I've been serving for 3 years. Before the diagnosis, now we know what's happening. The question is, can you still do your job? Marcus's throat cleared. His shoulder twitched. Yep, came out involuntarily. The board members looked at each other. Hayes, we're not discharging you. Yet. But we're watching. One incident where your tics compromise a mission, you're done. The diagnosis changed everything. Once the platoon knew about Marcus's Tourette's, the mockery began. And it never stopped. Marcus stood at attention. His head jerked left. His shoulder twitched. Hayes the Twitchy. Morning twitches, Hayes. Can't even stand still at formation. How's he supposed to hold still during an ambush? Twitchy Hayes is gonna get us all killed. During stealth drills, Marcus tried to move silently, but every minute, his body betrayed him. A head jerk, a shoulder twitch, a throat clear. Hayes, you just gave away our position. Again. If this was real combat, we'd all be dead because Twitchy can't control himself. Hayes, you're a liability. You know that, right? The worst was night operations. In darkness. Silence required. And Marcus's tics were loudest at night. Yep, his vocal tic echoed in the silence. Hayes, "Shut up. We can't take Twitchy on missions. He'll get us killed. His Tourette's is too severe. He needs to be behind a desk." Sergeant Rodriguez was the worst. Rodriguez had served 15 years. He'd seen everything, and he had zero patience for what he called medical excuses. "Hayes, I don't care what the doctors call it. You can't control your body. That makes you unreliable. In combat, reliability is everything. And you're the opposite of reliable. Your body does whatever it wants. You twitch. You jerk. You make noise. That's not a soldier. That's a liability." Marcus stood there, taking it. His head jerked as Rodriguez spoke. "See? You just did it again. You can't even stand still while I'm talking to you. Hayes, you're going on desk duty. No deployments. No combat operations. You'll stay here and file paperwork." "But Sergeant, that's an order. I'm not risking my men's lives because you can't stop twitching." Marcus sat in his barracks room, alone, 23 years old, and his career was over. Desk duty, no combat, no missions, benched, because of Tourette's. The diagnosis said his tics were moderate severity, but to the Army, they might as well be severe. He couldn't stop them. He couldn't control them. They happened every minute of every day. His phone rang. His mom. "Marcus, honey, how are you?" "They're benching me, Mom. No more combat. Desk duty only. Maybe that's for the best. With your Tourette's, it's not for the best. I'm a soldier. I trained for this. And now they think I'm broken because my head twitches." His mom was quiet. "Marcus, maybe they're right to be careful." Marcus hung up, frustrated, angry, hopeless. But then he remembered something. Something from years ago. Marcus had wrestled in high school. He was good, very good, but his Tourette's had been a problem. During practice, he ticked constantly. His teammates noticed. His coach noticed. But during actual matches, his tics disappeared completely. The stress of competition, the adrenaline, the intensity, it made his Tourette's vanish. For the 6-minute match, Marcus's body was perfectly under his control. Afterwards, the tics came roaring back. But during the match, nothing. His coach had mentioned it once. "Hayes, I've never seen you so still. It's like you become a different person on the mat." Marcus had forgotten about that. Until now. What if combat did the same thing? What if the stress, the adrenaline, the intensity of combat made his tics disappear? What if Tourette's wasn't a liability in combat, but an advantage? Marcus started researching medical journals, studies, forums, and he found it. Stress-induced tic suppression, a rare phenomenon affecting approximately 8% of Tourette's patients. In these patients, extreme stress doesn't make tics worse, it makes them better. Sometimes completely suppresses them. The exact mechanism wasn't understood, but the data was clear. Some Tourette's patients become calmer, more controlled, more focused under extreme stress. While everyone else is shaking, they become still. Marcus printed the study, brought it to the medical board. "Sir, I think my Tourette's works differently under stress. I need to be tested." December 2016, the 48-hour extreme stress test. The Army agreed to test Marcus. One final chance. 48 hours of simulated combat. No sleep, constant stress, chaos, gunfire, explosions, screaming. Everything designed to break soldiers. If Marcus's tics got worse, he was done. Discharged. Proven a liability. But if they got better, hour 0 to 12, Marcus entered the test. The chaos began immediately. Gunfire, explosions, screaming instructors. Normal soldiers were shaking, stressed. Some quit by hour 6. Marcus's tics? Gone. Completely gone. He moved smoothly, precisely. No twitches, no jerks, no vocal tics. The evaluators noticed. Hayes hasn't ticked once. Is his Tourette's gone? No. Watch when we give him a break. Hour 12, 5-minute break. No stress. Calm. Marcus's tics came back immediately. Head jerking. shoulder twitching. Yep, vocal tic. The evaluators stared. His tics disappeared under stress and came back when he relaxed. That's the opposite of what we expected. Hour 13 to 48, the test continued. Extreme stress, chaos, combat simulation. Marcus's tics, 0. Completely suppressed. He performed perfectly, better than most soldiers without Tourette's. When the 48 hours ended, the evaluators approached him. Hayes, your Tourette's is stress suppressed. You're medically cleared for combat. But understand, you're a medical anomaly. Most Tourette's patients get worse under stress. You get better. We're approving you for deployment. But if you tic during combat even once, you're pulled immediately. Marcus nodded, his head jerking now that the test was over. Understood, sir. Marcus was cleared for deployment. Syria. Counter-ISIS operations. When Sergeant Rodriguez heard, he exploded. They're deploying Hayes. Twitchy Hayes. Are they insane? Sergeant, he passed the stress test. His tics disappear under. I don't care what some test said. His tics will get my men killed. The platoon agreed. Hayes is a liability. Tourette's doesn't just disappear. First firefight, he'll twitch and give away our position. We'll all die. Marcus heard every word. But this time he didn't care. Because he knew something they didn't. In combat, he wouldn't be Twitchy Hayes. He'd be the most controlled operator they'd ever seen. The platoon deployed to Syria. Marcus Hayes, age 24. The soldier with Tourette's. The soldier everyone expected to fail. Hayes better not twitch during missions. We're not dying because of him. Keep Hayes away from stealth operations. He'll compromise everything. Sergeant Rodriguez, Hayes, your rear guard only. You don't advance until I say. Got it. Marcus nodded, his shoulder twitching. Yes, Sergeant. Intelligence reported ISIS fighters in an abandoned village. 10 targets. Mission, clear and capture. 12 soldiers, including Marcus. Rodriguez, Hayes, you stay back. Rear security. Do not engage unless I order it. Yes, Sergeant. The platoon advanced. Marcus stayed back, watching. His tics constant. Head jerking. Throat clearing. Then the firefight started. ISIS opened fire. The platoon took cover. Chaos. Gunfire everywhere. And Marcus's training kicked in. His head stopped jerking. His shoulder stopped twitching. His throat stopped clearing. For the first time in an hour, Marcus Hayes was completely still. The adrenaline flooded his system. The stress activated. And his Tourette's vanished. Marcus moved forward. Without orders. He saw an ISIS fighter repositioning. 200 meters. Clear shot. Marcus aimed. Fired. The fighter dropped. Another ISIS flanking left. Marcus engaged. 2 shots. Down. The firefight lasted 15 minutes. Marcus killed 4 ISIS fighters. When the dust settled, the platoon stared at him. Rodriguez approached. Hayes, did you just kill 4 targets? Yes, Sergeant. And you didn't twitch? Not once. I was watching you. No, Sergeant. My Tourette's suppressed during combat. Rodriguez stared. Your tics disappeared? Yes, Sergeant. That's what the stress test showed. Under extreme stress, my tics stopped completely. Another soldier. Hayes didn't twitch once. I watched him. He was perfectly controlled. More controlled than us. We were shaking. Hayes was calm. Rodriguez shook his head. I don't understand. But, Hayes, that was good work. It was the first time Rodriguez had praised him. March-December 2017. 16 combat missions. 0 tics. Over 9 months, Marcus participated in 16 combat operations. Firefights, ambushes, building clearances, high-stress combat. And in every single mission, his tics disappeared completely. 3-hour firefight. Marcus killed 7 ISIS. 0 tics observed urban warfare. Close quarters. Marcus cleared 3 buildings. 6 ISIS killed. 0 tics. Nighttime ambush. For hours of combat. Marcus killed 5 ISIS. 0 tics. The platoon stopped calling him Twitchy. They started calling him Ice. Because while they were shaking under stress, Marcus was frozen calm. Hayes is colder under fire than anyone I've ever seen. His Tourette's makes him calmer in combat. It's backwards, but it's real. Sergeant Rodriguez finally admitted, "I was wrong about Hayes. His Tourette's isn't a liability. It's an advantage. Most soldiers get more anxious under stress. Hayes gets less anxious. His brain works differently." By December 2017, Marcus had killed TW. The Army medical team evaluated Marcus. Dr. Sarah Mitchell, neurologist. "Corporal Hayes, your case is extraordinary. In 16 combat missions, you've had 0 tics. But in base, during downtime, your tics return immediately." Marcus nodded, his head jerking. "Yes, ma'am. Combat suppresses them. Relaxation brings them back. We're documenting your case. You're one of the 8% of Tourette's patients with stress-induced tic suppression. Your brain processes stress differently. While most people's tics worsen under stress, yours disappear. In medical terms, your Tourette's is combat compatible. You may actually perform better under stress than soldiers without Tourette's." Marcus smiled. His throat cleared. "So I can keep deploying?" "Yes. Your Tourette's is not only compatible with combat, it's potentially advantageous." But the ultimate test was still coming. A mission that would prove Marcus's Tourette's wasn't just compatible with combat. It was a tactical superpower. Any 3 ISIS fighters. And he hadn't ticked once during combat. 2 years into deployment. Marcus was now 26. A proven operator. 39 ISIS fighters killed. 0 tics during any combat operation. But tonight's mission would be different. The briefing room was silent as the commander spoke. "Gentlemen, we have intelligence on an ISIS compound. 3 high-value targets. 20 guards. Hostages being held. The compound is in a residential area. Dense population. We cannot use explosives or loud weapons. This mission requires absolute silence for 12 hours. The room went quiet. 12 hours, someone asked. Yes. Insertion at 2,000 hours. Infiltration through underground tunnels. Surface inside compound at 2,100 hours. 11 hours to clear the compound. Silently. Any loud noise alerts the guards and they execute the hostages. Extraction at 0800 hours. 12 hours. Complete silence. The commander looked around. This is the most difficult mission we've ever attempted. One noise. One mistake. The hostages die. I need my most reliable operator. Someone who won't make a sound, even under extreme stress. His eyes landed on Marcus. Hayes, you volunteer. The platoon turned and stared. Sergeant Rodriguez stood. Sir, with respect, Hayes has Tourette's. He makes involuntary noises. I'm aware, Sergeant. I'm also aware that Hayes hasn't made a single involuntary sound during combat in 2 years. But sir, 12 hours? That's… Marcus stood. I volunteer, sir. The room went silent. Hayes, you understand what I'm asking? 12 hours. Complete silence. Your Tourette's will be completely suppressed, sir. Combat suppresses my tics. Always has. I'm the only one who can guarantee silence. The commander studied him. You're certain? Yes, sir. My Tourette's is my advantage here, not my weakness. The rest of us might cough, sneeze, clear our throats out of habit. I won't. My body is under complete control in combat. The commander nodded. Hayes leads the mission. Team of 4. Absolute silence. 12 hours. February 14th, 2019. 2,000 hours. Mission begins. 4 soldiers entered the tunnel. Marcus led. Sergeant Rodriguez, Specialist Davis, Private Chun. They crawled through underground tunnels for an hour. Tight, dark, silent. Marcus's body was perfectly controlled. No tics, no twitches, no sounds. They surfaced inside the compound. A basement. 20 ISIS guards patrolling above. The mission clock started. 11 hours until extraction. The rules: absolute silence. Kill guards silently. Find HVTs. Secure hostages. Wait for extraction. For 11 hours. Marcus hand signaled. Split up. Clear building. Maintain silence. They moved. Marcus moved through the compound like a ghost. His suppressed pistol ready. First guard, patrolling second floor. Marcus approached from behind. Silent. Pistol to the back of the head. 2 quiet shots. Guard down. No sound. Body hidden. Second guard in the kitchen. Marcus waited. The guard turned. Marcus fired. 2 shots. Down. Still no sound. For 2 hours, Marcus cleared the West Wing. For guards eliminated. Completely silent. His Tourette's? Gone. Not a single tic. His body was under perfect control. The team regrouped. They'd cleared 12 guards. 8 remained. HVTs located. 3rd floor guarded room. Hostages located. Basement chained for civilians. The plan: wait until 0500. Let remaining guards sleep. Then strike. 3 hours of waiting. In silence. In a hostile compound. ISIS fighters feet away. Most soldiers would cough, fidget, make some sound. Marcus? Perfectly still. For 3 hours. No tics. No sounds. Nothing. Rodriguez watched him, amazed. Hayes is a statue. I've never seen anyone so controlled. 0300 hours. An ISIS guard walked past Marcus's hiding spot. The guard stopped. 5 feet away. Listening. Marcus held his breath. Perfectly still. His Tourette silent. If he ticked now, head jerk, throat clear, anything, the guard would see him. The mission would fail. The hostages would die. For 2 minutes, the guard stood there. Listening. Marcus didn't move. Didn't tick. Didn't breathe loudly. The guard walked away. Rodriguez later said, I would have coughed. Or shifted position. Or something. Hayes didn't move a muscle for 2 minutes. That's not human. 0500 hours. The remaining 8 guards were sleeping. Time to move. Marcus led the assault. Silent. Methodical. Room by room. Guard by guard. Suppressed weapons. Knives. Silent kills. Marcus personally eliminated 5 of the 8 remaining guards. By 0630, all 20 guards were dead. The 3 HVTs were captured. The 4 hostages were freed. And Marcus Hayes had not made a single sound in 11 hours. 0800 hours. Extraction. The extraction team arrived. Helicopters. Rapid evacuation. The mission was complete. 12 hours. 20 guards eliminated. 3 HVTs captured. 4 hostages saved. Complete success. As soon as Marcus boarded the helicopter and the stress ended, his tics came back immediately. His head jerked. His shoulder twitched. Yep, came out involuntarily. Sergeant Rodriguez laughed. There he is. Hayes, the Twitchy. 12 hours without a single tic, and now they're back. Marcus smiled. 12 hours of combat. My Tourette's was silent. Now we're safe, it's back. Hayes, you're a medical miracle. Most people shake under stress. You become a statue. The debrief. The commander addressed the team. Gentlemen, that was the most successful silent operation in modern military history. 12 hours. 20 enemy eliminated. 0 alarms. 0 sounds. And it succeeded because of Corporal Hayes, a soldier with Tourette syndrome. A condition the Army almost discharged him for. A condition we thought was a liability. Hayes proved that his Tourette's isn't a weakness. It's a tactical advantage. While the rest of us might cough, sneeze, or make involuntary sounds under stress, Hayes's brain suppresses all of that. His Tourette's makes him the most reliable silent operator in the military. The team applauded. Rodriguez approached Marcus. Hayes, I owe you an apology. For 3 years, I called you a liability. I said your tics would get us killed. I tried to bench you. Tonight, your Tourette's saved 4 hostages and captured 3 HVDs. You were right. I was wrong. Your disability is actually a superpower. Marcus's head jerked. He smiled. Thank you, Sergeant. Dr. Sarah Mitchell published a study, Stress-Induced Tic Suppression in Combat, the Hayes Case. Corporal Marcus Hayes represents a rare subset of Tourette's patients, approximately 8%, who experience tic suppression under extreme stress. In 2 years of combat operations, Hayes participated in 47 missions. In 0 of these missions did he exhibit any tics. However, during non-combat periods, his tics return immediately. Brain imaging shows that during combat, Hayes's brain suppresses the motor and vocal tic regions while simultaneously activating hyperfocus and threat detection regions. This creates a soldier who is calmer, more controlled, and more focused than neurotypical soldiers under identical stress. Hayes's Tourette's is not a disability in combat contexts. It is a tactical advantage. The study was circulated throughout the military medical community. Marcus Hayes became a case study, a medical phenomenon. Marcus received Bronze Star with Valor, 12-hour silent operation, 20 enemy eliminated. Army Commendation Medal, 47 successful combat operations. Combat Infantry Badge. The citation read, Corporal Hayes proved that perceived disabilities can be tactical advantages. His Tourette syndrome, once considered a liability, became his greatest asset in high-stress operations. When they called his name, the battalion gave a standing ovation. 5 minutes of applause for the soldier they'd called Twitchy. 3 years ago, I called Marcus Hayes a liability. I said his Tourette's would get us killed. I tried to bench him, keep him off deployments, because I didn't understand his condition. I was wrong, completely wrong. Hayes didn't just succeed despite his Tourette's. He succeeded because of it. His brain works differently. Under stress, when we're all shaking and anxious, Hayes becomes calm, focused, controlled. He completed a 12-hour silent mission that should have been impossible. Hayes has killed 67 enemy fighters without a single tic in combat. His disability is actually a combat superpower. To everyone who doubted him, we were wrong. To Hayes, you proved us all wrong. The battalion applauded again. 67 ISIS fighters eliminated, 2017 to 2020. 47 combat missions completed. 0 tics during any combat operation. 12-hour silent mission, longest verified tic-free period under stress. 100% combat effectiveness rating. Because of Marcus's case, the Army updated medical regulations. Tourette syndrome. Evaluate individually. Stress-induced tic suppression phenotype compatible with combat operations. Discharge not automatic. Marcus's case changed policy. Other soldiers with Tourette's could now serve. Marcus is still serving. Now a sergeant. Training instructor. He teaches combat stress management. I have Tourette syndrome. Watch. Marcus stands at ease. His head jerks. His shoulder twitches. Yep, he says involuntarily. The class stares. That happens every minute when I'm relaxed. Been like this since I was 21. The Army almost discharged me. Said I was a liability, that I'd give away positions, get people killed. For 3 years, they mocked me. Hayes the Twitchy. Seizure boy. The liability. But then I deployed, and something incredible happened. In combat, my tics disappeared. Completely. My brain suppresses them under extreme stress. I've completed 47 combat missions, killed 67 enemy fighters, led a 12-hour silent operation, and I've never ticked once during combat. Not once. My Tourette's isn't a disability in combat. It's an advantage. While your brains are flooding with stress hormones, making you shake and panic, my brain is suppressing everything, making me calm, focused, controlled. I'm the most reliable soldier under extreme stress because of my Tourette's, not despite it. His students listen, inspired. Some have conditions, disorders, disabilities. They thought these would end their careers. Marcus gives them hope. Your brain works differently. That doesn't make you broken. It makes you specialized. Find your advantage. Use it. Prove them wrong. Rodriguez, retired 2022. Still visits Marcus regularly. Hayes taught me the most important lesson of my career. Never confuse different with disabled. I saw his tics and thought, Liability. Weakness. Medical problem. I was wrong. His tics were a symptom of a brain that processes stress differently. A brain that stays calm when everyone else panics. Hayes isn't disabled. He's specialized. And he's the best operator I ever commanded. Marcus, Hayes changed how we understand Tourette syndrome. For decades, we thought stress always worsened tics. Marcus proved that's not universal. 8% of Tourette's patients have stress-induced suppression. Their brains work backwards. Marcus's case opened research into other conditions that might work similarly. He's not just a soldier. He's a medical breakthrough. Marcus keeps one item framed on his wall. A photo from his first day of training, 2015, before his diagnosis. Below it, his Tourette syndrome diagnosis papers. And below that, his Bronze Star citation. Next to the photo, a quote Marcus wrote, "They called me Twitchy. They said my tics would get us killed. They tried to bench me. I deployed anyway. 67 enemies killed. 47 missions completed. 12 hours of perfect silence. 0 tics in combat. Ever. My Tourette's isn't my weakness. It's my superpower. Because when everyone else shakes, I become perfectly still." They called him Hayes the Twitchy. They mocked his tics, his jerks, his involuntary sounds. They said he was a liability, that he'd get people killed. But Marcus Hayes deployed anyway, and for 3 years in 47 missions, while killing 67 enemy fighters. He never ticked once. Because his Tourette's wasn't a disability, it was a combat advantage. Subscribe for more stories of soldiers who proved their disabilities were actually superpowers.